Thank you, Cleta, very much. What a beautiful day and fantastic turnout. It can only symbolize what a bright future we're about to have in the natural gas industry. Thank you for having me here today, Mike and Steve. Honored to be with Senator Brooks today. Being a part of the natural gas industry is vital to West Virginia. Let me say that again. Being a part of the natural gas industry is vital to West Virginia, right? Not only has it helped create 35,000 jobs, both directly and ancillary, tax revenues over $170 million. $170 million. What's that mean? Well, think about the money that we use from those taxes to help with our education. Think about the infrastructure, where the tax dollars go. You know, we can quantify the jobs, we can quantify the taxes, but something that we have to let everybody know is what we can't quantify and what this means to our communities. With all those new jobs comes people. With the people, they spend in our community, they buy their cars in our community, they will visit our restaurants throughout the state, they will visit our tourist destinations, they will also come and bring new students to our schools. What we can't quantify means so much to our state and to our community. It's not only Kanawha Valley and the Upper Kanawha Valley, but the rest of West Virginia. Today, West Virginia is at a crossroads. We need to be supporting this industry that keeps our citizens working and our economy growing. Continuing the production of this natural gas is a must. It's a must, and it can and it will be a game changer for West Virginia and our country. In case you didn't hear me, not only will this be a game changer for West Virginia, but our country. And finally, it'll give us an opportunity to become less dependent on foreign oil and help solve our energy needs. You know, as we look to the future at this Marcellus Shale, it's just exciting. I know Dr. Witt at WVU, he talked about a possibility of 7,000 new jobs. 7,000 new jobs just with the development of the Marcellus Shale. That's huge. Most of these jobs will be West Virginians and West Virginians that may have left the state and want to come home. This formation is just the beginning. The sky's the limit. As this industry continues to grow, new technologies are developed, we'll be able to unlock, as you all know, more reserves of natural gas, which not only put our people back to work, but helps move our country closer and closer and strive to fulfill and burn clean natural gas. You know, something that's near and dear to my heart here in Kanawha Valley, as a local delegate, it signals a revitalization of our chemical valley, our beloved chemical valley. I know will make our commissioner very happy, which I'm personally excited about. Instead of our chemical engineers leaving our state to find employment, like I said, they will be returning. But what makes it even more exciting is think about those students graduating at WVU Tech, or WVU in Morgantown. Those graduate and those engineers can stay and will work and raise their families here in West Virginia with the development of the Marcellus Shale. That's what gets me excited, and it should make you excited as well. You know, how we deal with this is a defining moment of our state. It's not only exciting, but it will curb future generations to come. It'll bring hardworking West Virginians back to West Virginia. It'll keep West Virginians working for a long time, put our graduates in place, and not only help our state, like I said, but our energy needs across the country. Finally, I want to say, we must work with the EPA and the DEP, and they must allow us to work together to take advantage of this opportunity, the situation, to be responsible, work together with our legislators across the state and all the other states that are working so hard to create an opportunity of a lifetime. Don't strap us before we even get started. Let's work together. All of us want to do this responsibly. I'm tired of listening to the propaganda that says we do not want to develop this shale responsibly. We do. And I'm here to tell you, as a delegate of Kanawha County and a representative of our state, we want to work together and regulate this industry that makes it not only prosperous for people to come back to West Virginia, but for our state to withstand years and years to come and put our people back to work. Again, I'm thankful to be here speaking. I'm thankful for the benefits of the natural gas industry. I thank you for all that you do, and I applaud the industry for their investments. both in the past and in the future. I applaud. It's time for us to make drilling happen. It's time for us to be responsive to all the state leaders and all the regulations and all the issues as they arise. But we first and foremost must put our differences aside, come together. Let's work together to move West Virginia forward. I know how important this industry is, not only to our state, but soon our country will realize how important West Virginia is to their energy needs. Thank you very much.
Now Senator Brooks McCabe.
Mike, thank you. It's obviously a pleasure to be here with such a group of interested supporters of our economy, our community leaders. I noticed I've got some of my colleagues here. I saw Delegate Nelson here, and certainly Commissioner Carper. Commission President Kent Carper's here, and there may be others. The importance of today is really to talk about what does it mean to really get up and running just beneath the surface. What does it mean to explain to the citizens of West Virginia what our opportunities are, answer questions, some of which are fairly complex, some of which are detailed in nature, answer these questions in a way that we as community members can understand the opportunities, understand the process involved to go forward, and really understand why it is we have to figure out how to make this happen and make it happen sooner rather than later. The legislature this past session passed the Marcellus Gas Manufacturing and Development Act. This particular piece of legislation lays the groundwork for a broad approach to economic development in this state as it relates to the Marcellus Shale. We were not able to finalize legislation on the operation and regulation of the Marcellus gas drilling. That will come both administratively and, if necessary, legislatively. But what we did do, we passed legislation that puts in place tools that makes West Virginia one of the most competitive, if not the most competitive state in the country in competing for cracker facilities. With the wet gas that the Marcellus Shale provides us up in the northern part of the state, we have the ability to pull the ethane out of that, put it through the ethane cracker, and create ethylene, which really is a major feedstock and resource for, in my opinion, the revitalization of our chemical industry. We talk about the value of the Marcellus Shale, the value of reinvigorating the gas industry, of what it means to jobs in the gas industry itself. It really is much more complete than that. We've got major pipeline investments that are ongoing and will continue to be put in place that better tie our state together for the 21st century, so we really can produce and distribute the amount of gas that will be coming out of this state. We are looking with this Marcellus Manufacturing Development Act, we are making sure that the development tools already in place in this state absolutely qualify and can be used by any producer or manufacturer who comes in and builds a cracker facility. This is $1 billion plus facility that we will get in West Virginia. We have a unique opportunity to have two locations. Hopefully we will have one in Kanawha County, and we will also have one in Marshall County. So we will be spending in this state $2 to $3 billion for those manufacturing facilities. We will be spending hundreds of millions of dollars in pipeline and compressor distribution systems to move this gas around, to move the product around. We will be building multiple downstream chemical facilities, again in the billions of dollars, and I think it'll be several times the expenditure that we make for the cracker facilities. We will spend multiple times that in producing or putting in place additional plants to consume that that precious resource and product that we will be creating. What we in essence are doing is producing gas. Instead of taking the plant and we're going to send it all out of state, we are figuring out how to put in place the tools, the programs, so we can use that gas in this state. We can use it as a product. We can build things, create things from it. This value added is what it's all about in creating a diversified economy. In addition, we're looking at trying to put in place, and this legislation puts in place incentives for alternative fuel motor vehicles, puts in place incentives for servicing stations that will provide the gas, both wholesale and retail, natural gas to the users. In other words, we are putting in place incentives to cause this to happen in West Virginia faster than the states around us. Lastly, we are putting in place incentives that allow strategic research and development in and around the natural gas business. We are, in fact, trying to use this opportunity to create unique economic opportunities for the state that we feel, and I presume many of us here, if not all of us here, feel that this may be one of the building blocks, should without a doubt from my perspective be one of the building blocks to create a strong diversified economy in the future. It is an exciting time. The problem with all of this is a lot is coming at us, a lot of jobs, a lot of money, a lot of questions about how it can be done, how it can be done safely. Those questions need to be articulated and answered, and one of the primary sources that we can look forward to helping us better understand this opportunity is just beneath the surface. That's why this is important. That's why this is a game changer. I will now give the podium to someone who really understands the opportunities that the Marcellus Shale give us in West Virginia, and that's Steve Hedrick.